Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to be talking about some advanced block chord techniques, and we're going to go over how I pulled off what you just saw in the beginning of this video. And so we're going to be talking about something called block chord inversions, how you can practice them and how we can apply them so that you can sound a lot like that, and so that you can not only play block chords better with melodies, but also use them for arranging, composition, etc. All right guys, so really quickly, I am going to walk you through the basics of block chords, but if you really want to dive into those, be sure to check out some of the other videos that I've already released about block chords. I'll put the link at the top of the video and also in the description. All right guys, without further ado, let's dive right into this. So as you guys probably already know, a block chord looks like this. 1, 3, 5, 6, and 1. The melody is doubled at the octave, no matter where we are, right? Okay? Now, a block chord inversion is exactly what it sounds like. We're gonna take this chord, take the bottom note and put it on top, take the bottom note again, put it on top, take the bottom note again, put it on top, okay? So instead of practicing through a scale, we're just going to be inverting these chords, but this is really, really useful once you get the hang of it. So let's quickly take a look at what a major block chord inversion looks like. Bottom note to top, bottom note to top, bottom note to top, bottom note to top. That's it, okay? Now we're gonna move back down. So now A becomes the top, and now G becomes the top, and now E becomes the top, and then back to C. So now I'm gonna show that to you a little quicker. Awesome. Now, these inversions are really, really useful when you get into context, because you may not always want to just be moving up a scale like this. It sounds scalular. It sounds predictable. So let's say you're just hovering on a C major chord. Again, instead of moving up the scale, we could take a melody and do move up the inversions, okay? So the biggest point of block chords is really that when we have a melody, we can add chords underneath every single note in that melody, right? So we could do great. But what if we have a melody that's actually moving a bit more intervallically? Well, now we're gonna need to use our inversions. So inversions are a really useful technique to have under your fingers. Really quick guys, just wanted to let you know that if you want to dive way deeper into this stuff, really getting block chord inversions under your hands, but also block chords in context, as well as many other important professional sounding advanced piano voicings, check out the new product I just released. It's actually called Advanced Piano Voicings. It'll really help you guys dig into this stuff in a good structured way. So be sure to check that out. jazzpianoconcepts.com/store. So far we've been looking at major block chords, but what if we actually want a minor sound, or we're on a minor chord? Well, we could start on a minor block chord here. Let's say it's D Dorian. So we have 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7, and 1. And then we just, again, take the bottom note and put it on top, top, like that. And now we've got inversions for a Dorian chord, right? Awesome. But now it's also very important that we can do this over a minor 6 chord, or chords that are based on the melodic minor scale. So let's go back to C here. Melodic minor scale looks like this. It's got a flat 3 and a major 7, right? And here's that sound, okay? This is especially useful for a minor 2-5-1. In a minor 2-5-1, we usually land on a minor 6 chord. So what do we do with this? Well, the way we practice the block chords, again, as I've gone over in some other videos, is we actually move up the melodic minor scale, but again, add that flat 6, so it's a bebop variation on the melodic minor scale. Now with the block chords, we will move up doing diminished chords every other chord. Now, for minor 6 block chord inversions, we are going to start with that first chord and do what we did before. Take the bottom note, put it on top, bottom note, put it on top, and so on. All right, guys, so before we finish up here, I want to give you some other tips for really working with block chords in context. So another tip is this. Sometimes if you just play a chord on the kind of tipping point of the melody or the peak, whether it is the bottom or the top of your line, you can really have a huge impact without having to voice every single chord with a block chord. Here's an example. Let's say our lick is, so we could actually just do, right? And so this still has good impact because on that top note, we land there, okay? And then we get to another top point when we do that. So let's say our lick became, we could do, and then play another chord near the very, very bottom of the phrase, right? So we're actually not having to voice every single melody note, but we're still getting a very impactful sound that still reminds us of block chords, and it feels very arranged as opposed to just playing the melody without any chords. All right, guys, well, I hope you've enjoyed this advanced block chording video. There's obviously so much more we could talk about, so if you do want to dive deeper into this, be sure to check out my new course, Advanced Piano Voicings. It is all about getting your voicing chops up to pro level. jazzpianoconcepts.com/store. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, please consider clicking subscribe and clicking the little bell to turn on notifications so you do not miss any more video lessons just like this one. All right, guys, thanks so much, and I will see you next week.